My child, hear my voice, carried on the winds that stir the leaves. I am calling to you, beckoning you to a journey of faith and triumph. From the very first steps you took, my hand was there to steady you, guiding you through the darkest valleys and shadowy places. Even when storms rage around you and clouds obscure your vision, remember I am the unwavering beacon lighting your way. This year unfolds filled with promise and blessings just for you. Prosperity awaits along with respect and accolades. But this path requires more than just your footsteps. It needs your whole heart placed firmly in my eternal promise. Do not cling to feelings of unworthiness or let doubts create shadows in your mind. My love erases all condemnation. You have been chosen to shine brightly for your family, a vessel overflowing with blessings to pour out over them. Cast off the shackles of defeat. I stand beside you to bring success in all you do. Come to me daily and be refreshed. Cleanse your thoughts of despair and hopelessness, replacing them with courageous faith. Let my words be a sword and shield against the battles you face. Adorn yourself with humility and patience then. Watch as your life blooms with blessing upon blessing. Enjoy your successes marked by wisdom and modesty, remembering they were forged through sacrifice. There on the hallowed ground of Calvary, your redemption was sealed by bloodshed on a cruel cross. Now claim the glory born from the power of resurrection, given freely to you. I vow to remain at your side in good times and in bad, your guardian and provider. You are never alone with me as your constant companion. When assailed by negative emotions or entrapped in defeat's sway, do not give in to despair's downward spiral, eclipsing the joy meant to fill your days. My words are not idle platitudes, but ironclad promises made and kept. Defeat holds no power in my presence. Make your heart a sanctuary where my assurances reside in sacred space set aside just for me. Reject all notions of I can't, I lack, or I am not, replacing lies with my empowering truth. Face each adversity with courage, knowing I walk beside you. My provision never lacks, so look to me as your source, obeying my guidance with confidence. Do not cast your eyes downward, but lift your head high, allowing me to lead you safely along. I am your loyal friend, forever faithful, never wavering. I accept you just as you are, sharing in your joy and pains. I celebrate your victories with you and lift you up during defeats, extending help when you need it. I am ever present, closer than a brother. Have no fear, for I am your friend. Pay no mind to those waiting for your downfall. Walk the path I've set before you, for your loved ones, but mostly to return my great love for you. Remember the sorrowful journey I endured, harsh blows and mocking leading to a cruel cross. I did this willingly out of my love for you. It brought complete forgiveness and healing, paving the way for your liberation and salvation. When besieged by challenges, recall I am with you. Together we will overcome. Commit to perseverance, and my strength will infuse you with peace, joy, and confidence. Lift your eyes to the future and your wildest dreams. Contrary to doubts plaguing your mind, these are not mere whimsies, but true callings planted deep within your soul by me. Banish all traces of disbelief from your heart. Even if facing scarcity and injustice, be reminded this ground has been trod before and victory won. You will face trials in this world, yet take heart, for I have already overcome. Allow that promise to ignite flames of joy and anticipation for triumph within you. You are of immeasurable worth, a priceless treasure. Your heart reflects pure beauty, your soul exudes light, and your sincerity mirrors my nature. Know this truth deep within, that you were created in my very image, a unique facet of my infinite being. I breathe life into you. You belong to me. Your intelligence, diligence, and fearless spirit testify to your divine inheritance in me. Your earthly origins hold no bearing on your value in my eyes. Neither status, nor wealth or poverty diminish your worth to me. What others say about perceived flaws and imperfections matters not. You are my precious child, and I proclaim this truth throughout the heavens. As my child, you are enveloped in my blessings and love. This is why the enemies of your soul regard you with such trembling, knowing the strong defense and provision I extend towards you. In my presence you lack nothing. Do not follow after those who turn from me, believing themselves unworthy and unloved orphans. They chose to forsake me and now wander lost, devoid of comfort or peace that comes from knowing me. But I stand rock solid beside you. For so long I have urged you to trust my words above all else. My word rings true with power to instill faith within you, for it has always proven trustworthy. I am waiting for you to step out boldly in courage and claim your rightful inheritance. Your enemies wield threats, remorse, and past defeats as tools against you, but they have no power except what you give them. Choose instead to believe and trust wholly in me, for it costs you nothing. You were destined not for failure, but called by me to accomplish great things. I desire you to be a shining beacon of faith, laying hands on the downtrodden and using my authority to fell giants. This is my vision for you, a valiant, unbreakable warrior cloaked in holiness and wisdom yet marked by humility. A true hero embodying vibrant faith to rise above and claim the victory already won for you. Take ownership of this inherent worth I see dwelling within. You are my beloved child. My love for you transcends time, unconditional and unending. Draw near to me. Open your heart and speak what you feel, expressing your love. I yearn to hear you call me father and friend. Convey to me your sorrows and your joys. Unburden yourself of secret fears and pain. Your soul is precious beyond measure to me, and I wish for you to know beyond any doubt how profoundly and deeply loved you are. Yet I see times when you wake swathed in a nameless melancholy that pierces your soul. This feeling arrives unbidden. Heartache hints at something vital left unsaid. Know this. Such sadness comes as your spirit resonates with mine. In the quiet morning, your name echoes from my lips, my spirit gently tugging you back from wandering too far. Often, though, the day's demands ensnare you heedless of my call, and my spirit warns, grieving over the distance stretching wide. The sadness serves as a clarion cry from your soul laid bare, thirsting for the living water I offer in boundless supply to cleanse, replenish, and restore what was taken. If hollowness persists, filling you with despair, know you have been too long apart from me. This cannot continue without damaging your soul. In times of hardship, instead of running to me as refuge, turmoil can deceive even the elect into thinking I have abandoned and forsaken you. My beloved child, I am not a deceitful God, nor do I mislead those that seek me. For endless ages my affection and mercy have overflowed, deeper than the oceans, higher than the heavens. Let me envelop you, that you may feel but a fraction of my divine sweetness and nourishment, a profound love that brings tears of utmost joy. Wherever your path leads, you shall not plunge into the depths of despair. Should sorrows rain down and curious souls inquire why tears streak your face, speak to them of my magnificent embrace. Your Father envelops you constantly in his tender and sincere words, kindling a flame in your heart that not even storms can extinguish. Your grief and troubles have been banished, replaced by new life and healing balm. I wish to extend this aid and salvation to all who earnestly seek me. Believe my words, cling to them fiercely. Allow them to penetrate deep into your spirit and refresh your soul. Though seasons of hardship will inevitably arrive, stand tall upon my unshakable promises, for I am already at work performing wonders and miracles on your behalf. My plans for you were established long ago, blueprints of prosperity etched into the foundations of eternity. Expect showers of blessings to cascade down, a brighter dawning glow on the horizon. My declarations cannot be revoked or annulled. They shall come to pass in due time without fail. Therefore, lift your gaze to the heavens. Throw off fear and anxiety about tomorrow. Do not permit doubts to besiege your thoughts or give them harbor in your mind. Worry serves only to hinder and distort your vision of my constant loving presence ever by your side. Instead, nurture your faith daily that it may flourish brightly. Walk in peace through both storms and sunshine, for I will be your faithful guide and shelter from adversity. I see clearly the schemes and attacks the enemy launches. He is cunning yet powerless, seeking only to oppress you and crush your confidence in my promises. Pay no heed to his contemptuous goading. Instead, stand courageous, confront all obstacles that arise, and armed with my living word, march on with renewed vitality. Though exhaustion creeps in, be assured that I walk alongside you, imparting direction and heavenly strategy to navigate difficult terrain. Therefore, lift your head high, beloved child. The power of darkness is futile against you. His toxic words hold not one grain of truth. So whom shall you trust? The great deceiver, or your Creator God, who loved you enough to breathe into you the gift of life? Have I not spoken worlds into existence and calmed the destructive sea? My power holds no limits or constraints. Though surrounded on all sides, none can ultimately cast you down. For 1,000 times over, I alone shall lift you up and restore you. Should wounds slow your pace, immediately I apply healing balm. And each moment you stumble in weakness, instantly my hands grasp yours to steady your steps anew. Allow courage and bold confidence to swell up from deep within, that of an undefeated champion warrior who has weathered countless battles and emerged stronger, ascending ever higher upon the mountain of blessings reserved for you, an enduring banner of hope and promise unfurled over your life. My spirit alive and burning brightly in your heart of hearts, how I rejoice over you tenderly as the apple of my eye. Before all the cosmos stretched out above, I joyfully proclaimed, "Here is my precious treasure, my beloved in whom I am well pleased." Cry out your love in return. Declare it jubilantly for all to hear. Gone are the days and years swallowed up in grief, doubt, or bitterness to haunt your footsteps. For in coming to me with sincere faith, I set in motion the irreversible power to transform. The old is replaced with wondrous newness. Stand tall, noble warrior. Gone is the shame others heaped upon you without cause, their scorn replaced with awe and wonder at this 360-degree turnaround they are witnessing. And most astonishing of all, your loved ones, dazzled by my glory and power, on full display in a life totally renewed and set free. For my delight is to take vessels others have cast aside as worthless, marred by many failures, and turn them into my choicest instruments to pour out blessings and testify of redemption's hope to multitudes hungering for truth. Therefore, go forth boldly, my son. Tell your story far and wide. Tell them today. The hand of God reached down in merciful grace, guiding your steps out of the miry pit onto solid ground, from death's dark shadows into the glorious light of new life, out of the stormy tempest into an oasis of tranquil rest in the shelter of his wings. Gone the days of fruitless striving in my feeble strength. Now my delight is walking the paths of righteousness. God directs me on, every step infusing strength into my bones that withstands crushing pressures. When the winds of adversity seek to sway me off course, instantly God is there to stabilize my steps till I regain firm footing. And when called to soar to new heights on eagle's wings, instantly His power lifts me up to glide above the raging storm clouds, finding renewed vision, perspective, and vigilant clarity quickened to discern the snares and pitfalls in my way. Truly, the joy of the Lord has flooded my soul with irrepressible gladness that overflows into rivers of blessing to quench the thirst of every desperate soul I encounter. My fortress and mighty deliverer stands vigilant. None can deter me from fulfilling the glorious plans decreed for me from ancient times. In my weakness and times of need, His strength and wisdom rise up within me like a mighty warrior ready for battle. What enemy can oppose this might? What forces or schemes suffice to halt the advance of God's invincible army? Soldiers equipped with indestructible weapons and words that demolish relentlessly every defiant obstacle in their way. Hear me, precious child. Was there ever a time when I broke faith with you? Have I ever revoked a promise on capricious whim? My words are eternal, my character unchanging. I swore by my holiness long ago and cannot recant. Therefore receive this day all the spiritual blessings contained in my promises yet to be unlocked, which I have set aside for your future inheritance. Rise up, radiant one. Dawn's first light kisses the eastern sky. Gone the long night of weeping, sorrow and adversity's cruel battering. Behold, pure, undiluted joy comes flooding in. Where dark shadows once brooded, now brilliant sunlight illuminates your path. Out of the wilderness, loneliness, into paradise's garden, where I commune and fellowship beside soothing waters. No more an orphaned stranger is my beloved child, but rather reborn by my Spirit into an eternal belonging as my precious Son, upon whom I lavish the fullness of my blessings. Rejoice then at each turning of the seasons, for infinite storehouses of provision await your asking. If physical health eludes your grasp, my unlimited healing shall renew like eagle's wings, and if your nest remains yet childless, I shall send little ones to fill your home with joyful laughter. According to the longing etched deep in your spirit, I shall grant the desires of your heart. Release each burden that threatens to crush you into my hands of unlimited strength. Offer up the broken dreams and failed ambitions. I shall breathe new life into them. Hand over the relationships severed by offense. I shall reconcile and restore and draw the estranged back into belonging. Yes, I affirm this day, my grace and power stand poised at the ready. Only believe and it will be done for you. Come just as you are, weary one, with the mustard seed-sized faith of a little child. This alone suffices to move my hand on your behalf, for genuine faith opens access to the throne room of grace, where I delight to pour forth abundant blessings, withholding nothing good. Soon you will grasp what was previously unclear. Out of life's storm, the broken and shipwrecked washed upon these shores, destitute of all hope, until glimpsing the first rays of dawning light heralding my arrival upon the scene. For you, my child, I am performing a swift and radical transformation. Out of the dust will emerge gold refined by fiery trials, all to bring you more perfectly into my glorious image, first glimpsed faintly through a darkened mirror, but soon face to face seated at my banquet table of overflowing abundance. The time decreed since ancient ages for birthing has arrived suddenly. Your barrenness and brokenness is being displaced now by my entrance onto your scene to restore the ruined places and grant you the desires of your heart. Your story shall end well in triumph and joy. Therefore fix your eyes with unwavering assurance upon the clouds gathering on the horizon. Soon they shall burst open with all my long-awaited blessings and promises, reserved specially for you since time's beginning. So lift your head up from its drooped position, my weary child ground down by adversity's pounding assault. Allow your neck to regain strength and your eyes to lift up out of the storm clouds churning at your feet. Higher and higher ascend into the clear blue heavens where no turbulence can reach or unsettle your peace. For above the raging tempest dwells your refuge and sanctuary. Under the shelter of my wings find your soul restored and each gaping wound tended with gentlest care. As you regain perspective, growing smaller will seem the obstacles towering over you, until fading from view entirely, replaced by resplendent vistas unfolding to your renewed vision. For as my eagle you shall soar on the currents invisible to earthbound creatures below. I grant you spiritual wings to ascend beyond the range of danger, that from this lofty vantage you may gain heaven's outlook. When fierce, unrelenting enemies seek to batter down your gates and swarm over protective walls, instantly I shall bring reinforcements rushing to the battle. My angels standing guard shall shield you safely through days of darkness and peril, until at last peace has returned to your borders, and joy comes in with the morning sun. Hear and receive the promises I speak over your life today. Soon, very soon, long-delayed justice and recompense will manifest suddenly. Out of the shadows where they lurked unseen shall emerge every enemy, assailant and adversary, dragged forth into the piercing glare of my holiness, exposing every hidden motive and scheme crafted in darkness, thinking my eyes were averted during their evil unrestrained. But now the day of reckoning has dawned. No longer shall my beloved child endure scorn and injustice from such unworthy vessels. With furious vengeance I now rise up to demolish strongholds of deception built on sinking sand, and to shatter completely those earthen jars who dared assault and wound without cause my precious child. Behold, this day a new era dawns. Whereas observers were once filled with contempt witnessing your stumbling, henceforth all shall behold your arising, transformed into my likeness. The scorned, now honored, the destitute, lavished with abundance, exceeding their capacity to contain it. These declarations carry all force and authority of my eternal throne and word. Heaven and earth shall pass away before my promises to you. Return void without bearing fruit. Child, you have endured the darkness. Now comes your dawning. Your season of obscurity flees away before the approaching brightness. Where you walked sightless now stands dazzling splendor. Your soul encompassed in my comfort and delight, on all sides surrounded by my pleasures. Never alone, I have promised to reside perpetually deep within you, bringing strength when yours runs out. My living word imparted into your thoughts supplies strategy and heavenly wisdom for each battle and hardship. My eternal resources poured out upon you in abundance. When exhaustion dampens your inner fire, threatening to extinguish your flame of devotion, instantly I infuse fresh oil to make it blaze ever brighter. For nothing gladdens my heart more than receiving your offerings of worship and adoration. I cherish profoundly these gifts of yourself laid humbly at my feet, for herein dwells the sweet fragrance my spirit delights to breathe in. You've had your struggles on this long journey, but your love for me never wavered, nor did you turn away from me completely. You always came back, admitting your mistakes without making excuses. This honesty brought you back into my loving arms, where you found mercy and forgiveness, restoring our closeness. So, don't keep thinking you're beyond saving or worthless. I'm always ready to help you back up, to heal your wounds, and set you free, giving you a fresh start. So, reach out to me again. Let me show you the way beyond the troubles you face. I've guided you through beautiful places that refreshed you, preparing you for what's ahead. My plan for you was set in place long ago, and now I'm making it happen, step by step. What you've seen so far was just the beginning. Now we're moving to a phase where everything comes together quickly and amazingly. You've seen the slow progress, but soon you'll see the final pieces fall into place, transforming everything swiftly, like wheat into bread, a seed into a tree, a caterpillar into a butterfly. This is how I work, often saving the best for last and surprising you when you least expect it. From what seemed ordinary, something extraordinary will come. From emptiness, a rich, fruitful life will emerge. For you, my child, a dramatic change is coming that will sweep away the old and bring in a new, vibrant life. The signs of change are already here, like the beginning of labor before a birth. So get ready for the final effort. Keep holding on to me, because we're almost there. What I've planned for you cannot be stopped. Get ready for a sudden breakthrough full of raw power and glory. Your destiny is about to unfold, bringing everything into perfect alignment. Blessings that have been waiting just for you will overflow, breaking down barriers, aligning heaven and earth. Justice for past wrongs, freedom from hardship, and recovery of what was lost are all coming. I will show my power in incredible ways beyond what anyone can imagine. So, to those who doubt, watch as I work wonders for my beloved child, bringing life where there was none, turning deserts into rivers, and darkness into light. Get ready for something so amazing it's hard to grasp. My beloved, you have endured much. The burdens upon your shoulders grow heavier by the day. Your trials seem endless, your tribulations multiplying. Yet I see all. My gaze falls gently upon you now in this moment of stillness between us. Lay down your troubles and be filled with my peace. Your exhaustion, despair, and grief, bring them to me without hesitation. Unburden yourself fully and find respite in my presence. For I am your rock and salvation, an ever-present help in times of need. My strength will uphold you when yours fails. When doubts arise, cling to me. I will illuminate the path ahead, though shadows surround. I know the secret fears that whisper lies in moments of doubt and weakness. Silence them with the sound of my voice. I speak words of life, love, and affirmation over you, my precious one. You are seen, known, and cherished beyond measure. Never alone, abandoned, or invisible in my eyes. The yearnings of your heart I understand, the deepest longings for purpose and belonging. In me you discover your true identity. You are my beloved. When rejection stings and friendship eludes, my embrace envelops. When wounds of the past re-emerge, my healing balm soothes. When tears fall, let my gentle spirit comfort you. I see the deposits of greatness within, though you may overlook them in seasons of hardship and lack. But do not despair, my child. Your appointed time is coming. The talents I've bestowed, cultivate fully. The dreams I've birthed, nurture completely and watch them unfold in due time. The assignments set before you ordained with purpose. Embrace them, trusting my outcomes, though mystery abounds. I am intricately involved behind the scenes, ordering your steps according to my plans for goodness, not calamity. Plans to prosper you and give you hope. The winds of change are already stirring, sudden blessings and breakthroughs on the horizon. That which seemed irrevocably broken and damaged beyond repair. Watch me make all things new. Stand firm on my promises, which remain yes and amen. They will never return void, but accomplish great purpose. Refresh your spirit in my living waters. Find strength again to believe in miracles. With me, nothing is impossible. The desires of your heart I give you. As high as the heavens are above the earth, so high are my thoughts above your thoughts and my ways above your ways. Trust in my infinite wisdom and capability, even when the way seems unclear, my timing delayed. Wait patiently, for it is in the waiting that strength is renewed and character refined like gold. The harvest comes to those who persevere. I am faithful to restore and recompense you for all that has been taken. No more will the enemy steal, kill, or destroy, for I have come to give life abundant. Fix your eyes upon me, not the stormy seas or the winds that rage. I am the Lord who stills the storms and calms the wind and waves with a word. It is done. Peace, be still. My beloved, why do you insist on carrying burdens too heavy for you? Why try to solve problems beyond your capability when I stand ready to intervene on your behalf? Where does this mistaken notion arise that you must handle life alone? Cast off this false belief once and for all. I crafted you for relationship, designed you to thrive through relying on my wisdom, not your own. Cease striving and acknowledge your need of me. Success is not found in self-sufficiency, but in the surrender of trust. Lay down the weight of expectations heaped upon you by others and even self-imposed. The need to perform perfectly, to achieve lofty goals in your own power, let it go. Such futile striving and misplaced identity will only lead to exhaustion, disillusionment, and burnout. You were not meant to bear fruit through self-effort, but through abiding in me, allowing my life to flow through you. Remain in my love and fulfillment will come naturally. Why do you anxiously attempt to control all outcomes? Have I not shown myself faithful in times past? Though waves of uncertainty crash around you, fear not, for I will never let them overtake you. The future remains safely held in my hands, and my purposes for you will unfold. Let go of unrealistic demands for certainty and predictability. Relinquish needless worry stemming from obsession over arranging life just so. Such vain pursuits offer no lasting security or peace, only illusion of control where none exists. Face the unknown, resting in my sovereignty and care. Come now, be renewed in perspective. As you realign vision to match my heavenly vantage point, you will gain understanding anew. You will see trials as opportunities for growth, obstacles as openings for my power, and suffering as a privileged gateway to deeper intimacy with me. Tension lifts as you cease striving, surrender control, and acknowledge your limits. In my strength you discover your own. United with me, no obstacle proves insurmountable. Abide in the shelter of my wing and be warmed by love everlasting. Nothing separates you from my affections. No pit too deep, but I descend to rescue you. No mountain too high, but I scale its heights to lift you up. No ocean so wide, but I part its waters, so you may walk upon dry land unharmed. Never beyond the reach of my strong arm extended. Never forsaken. I bless you now with peace and go with you. Rely fully on me today and always. I am enough.